I think we will see the lift and shift on Azure. So as we know that in SAP, like with the product lifespan, normally SAP product lifespan is having the 5 years, or now it's coming to 7 years. So most of the customer always looking for the better infrastructure, to better data center where they will get the good performance, and their landscape will be more secure where you will get the more expertise. So as we know that Azure Microsoft is one of the, we can say that the best uh, platform where the SAP applications and database are running with the good performance. So for doing the lift and shift, we have this simple approach in 5 phases approach, where in the first phase perform the landscape assessment, where what we do, there is a scope and we do the customer assessment. We do the assessment like how many applications are there, how many databases are there, how many integrations are there, and what are the dependencies on the application, uh, how the network setup is there. So, and the application also, we check the application readiness, compliance, license also. So complete assessment we do in this phase, where we try to get, you know, we're comfortable with the customer landscape, uh, and know each and everything to provide the best support to the customer. Like after migration, the things which are working fine here should be worked on the Azure landscape as well. In second phase, architecture and sizing of the infrastructure in the cloud. As we know that the most of the customer are also suffering from, we can say that the performance issues, uh, because due to the less resources. So before moving to the target system, like on-premise to the clouds or maybe cloud to cloud, so we also find, we do the findings of the required and sufficient resources, whether our resources are sufficient for the application and database as per the current load. So this we consider into the sizing part. Then network architecture, where the customer, how the users are accessing to the SAP infrastructure, maybe via the VPN or SAP router, site-to-site tunneling. There are multiple options. Multiple customer SSO are using MFA, multi-factor authentication. There are lots of things. Then if their DR is there, then Azure also provide the, we have to do the ASR, Azure Site Recovery. We can do Azure and the HANA replication with HA, high availability. Then the based on this thing and recommendation and based on the perfect sizing, we submit the proposal. Then we come to third phase, planning and execution. In this planning, we check the again application landscape and do the do and validate the sizing, and with the BOQ, the network architecture, DR, disaster recovery, and technical purpose. Then perform production migration. Yeah, our approach is that we don't directly touch to the production. This is very important because we don't want to disturb the existing business. So we request for the sandbox, who will be the copy of the production. We take the copy of the production and we will do the prerequisite and migration on the sandboxing first. So based on the sandboxing result, we came to know that how much downtime is required for migrating the server from on-premise to cloud. So based on the this sandboxing, we came across the multiple challenges, issues, and exact downtime. So our approach is that first we will do the sandbox migration, then we do the quality migration. Sorry, not quality. We do the development migration and then the production, and we make the refresh to that production to the QS environment. And again, we'll do the client copy within the same quality environment to create the separate client. So this is our approach, and based on the various method, we can do this migration. And the last phase is cloud managed services, operation support, and optimization. So in this, we delivered the server. We delivered the server to the customer, and also provide the SAP AMS basis support and the managed services also. So in this deliverables, we hand over the server to the customer. After hypercare period, that customer can come to the AMS also for the support, and we also providing the managed services for the cloud environment. Yeah, next slide, please. Now, this is very important, that migration approach, if and then. So definitely, if no change to the SAP environment and the hardware environment, like no hardware is changing during the migration, no OS is changing, no database is changing, no application is, there is no change to anything, then simply we can perform the data center migration using the VM replication. So by using the VM replication, definitely we can save some time, some effort from the functionality. So if no change to the application, hardware and database, then we can do it by the approach of VM replication. Secondly, if no change to the hardware, no change to the OS, and no change to the database, no change to the database, and all through target database SP or version could be higher. Okay. So no change in the application and kernel, uh, agent and SP and version higher. So we can do it, if this is the scenario, then we can do it by the then another method from the, if we are not going for the VM migration, then we can do with the uh, backup restore. Here we have to install the SAP with the same version, with the same hardware on the same OS. So simply the downtime will start when backup restore will start. So if this is the case, then we can go with this approach also. So where we can restore the backup by installing same version to the target landscape. Now, if there is a change in the hardware, suppose if you are going from the IBM to Intel, HP to HP, Unix to Intel, if change in the operating system, like as we know that SLES 12 is already expired, so we are going for the latest version. Change in the database, new SPs are coming. So as per the their lifespan, uh, as per the lifespan, if it, for example, database support is expired, so in case we have to upgrade the database while migrating to the landscape, and no change to the application. So no change to the, like S4HANA version is same. We are not upgrading it, and rest are upgrading. Then we have to go with the approach data center plus OSDB migration. Here your OS and database uh, will going to upgrade from existing to the latest version. In this case, we have to go with the data center plus OSDB migration approach. So these are the approaches based on the customer landscape, based on the customer versions. If the versions are valid and their mainstream support is there, or so we do this all in the assessment, and we recommend the customer the approach, like which approach we are going is we can adopt. So these all consideration uh, should be consider, and based on the customer landscape, we can take the decision for migration approach. Yeah. So thank you. This is done, I think. So